Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, it's Chelsea Jackson, and on this channel I talk about plus size fashion, travel, lifestyle, and product reviews. So if any of those things interest you, please make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that way you're notified every time I upload a video, which is typically every Sunday and Wednesday. So in today's video, I guess we can add weight loss to that. No, I'm not a weight loss guru, but I'm doing a video that you guys requested because I uploaded a picture back in April of pretty much compare and contrast through the months, and because until I created that picture, I did not realize how much weight I lost. Well, I'm going to reword that. So of course I check myself on the scale, but you live with yourself, you are yourself, so it's kind of hard to kind of see visibly what your weight loss looked like. So I posted a picture and I was like, oh my God. And then a lot of y'all were in the comments saying, oh my God, Chelsea, what did you do? What did you do? And I was like, you know, yeah, okay, I'll do, you know, I'll tell you guys, I'll let you know and all that. So that was back, you know, but 2-3 months ago, back in April. So I posted a picture this past weekend and I put it in my stories, and I also put it here on YouTube in the under the community tab. And I did a picture and I did a poll asking, would you guys like to see what I did to lose weight? And a lot of y'all, it was an overwhelming yes. So before I start, I'm not an expert. I don't have it all figured out. I'm just telling y'all literally what I did thus far to get these technically 28 pounds off of me so far. So yeah, I'm not an expert. I ain't coming to you like I got it all figured out. I'm still kind of doing different strategies to kind of help myself, and you know, and I'm still working on self-control, which is the reason why I've got here so far, which was lack of self-control. So I'm just trying to work with the different variables in my life, busy schedule and all that, to see what I could do. So thus far, again, 28 pounds. So let's get straight into the video. So just to start you off with, I'm not going to give you a long drawn out story. I'm just going to tell you, look, I hate to even say the number, y'all, but I would tell y'all because this is going to help someone else. So, and it's going to help myself too when I look back at it. Guys, last year, 2021, I got up to the highest weight I have ever been in my 34 years of living, which was 292 pounds, y'all. And I'm 5'2", mind you. So you got a 5'2" person, because y'all know we miniature. 5'2" and 200, almost 300 pounds. Not only is that not safe, it was a lot of negative things for me. No one around me complained about it. It was me. I found a problem with it. So I'm not going to preface this video by saying, you know, love your body, love yourself where you're at. If you don't know that, y'all grown watching this channel. If you don't know that, I don't know what to tell you. But I'm not of this prefacing generation. So, you know, it's one of those things. If you know, you know. If you don't know how to think in complex terms, I don't know what to tell you. However, I was not happy with the weight I was at. And it took my grandma saying something. Well, it really didn't take her saying anything. When she said something, at that point I was like, okay, yeah, I gotta get it together. So it was, what was it, the end of August, around the end of August of 2021, I got on the scale and I saw that 292, and I almost fell out because of course I knew I was getting bigger and bigger, but I just didn't know it got that bad. And you know, when you see yourself, you really don't notice it. You just notice your clothes going up, you know, your clothing size going up, and then you probably like, well, they're making clothes too small these days. I don't know. So because you go up gradually. And then it was during the pandemic, so I was wearing a lot of sweatpants and stuff like that, so I really couldn't tell that much because we weren't going anywhere. So wearing jeans and stuff like that, where, you know, jeans will tell on you, I really didn't realize it for real. When I got off that scale, I was like, something has got to give. I cannot do this. Now, I had a clean bill of health. Imagine that. I had a clean bill of health as far as the doctors are concerned. However, I did not like the size I was at. It was just too much. So what I did, I said, okay, I got to do something. Now, mind you, I've tried different type of diets, different weight loss fads, workout programs. In my 20s, I tried Insanity, which really worked. It really did tone and define my body. But I wasn't even nearly this big back then when I did Insanity. And I just did different programs and stuff like that. Now, I did go vegan about, 3 years ago. And that really worked out. I lost about 25 pounds in a month. But then I kind of fell off that bandwagon by doing a lot of junk food vegan. And then back to the regular world of just not so good foods. So after that vegan process, it was a gradual weight gain. So last year, after I got off the scale or whatever, I said I have to do something now. And I immediately, almost immediately, I think I gave myself a week, and I went raw vegan. I did not want to go regular vegan because I kind of wanted to tame my self-control as much as I could. Because with vegan, you can fall off the road real easy. Because for those who y'all don't know, Oreos, yeah, the ones in the blue pack, the brown cookies with the white icing in the middle, yeah, they are vegan. By all intents and purposes, those are truly vegan cookies. So that just go to show you, you can eat a lot of junk food with vegan. Even these little burgers that they have and stuff like that, French fries, frozen food stuff, even though it's vegan, it still can be unhealthy because it's high in different type of stuff we just don't need. And so I didn't want to go vegan. I just wanted to go raw vegan because I wanted to kind of detox, reset my tongue, my taste palette, and just do a full detox. And you can't veer off of that because when you're raw vegan, if it did not come out of the ground, you can't eat it. And you cannot cook it. The closest you can come to cooking as a raw vegan is using a dehydrator. So you'll see a lot of raw vegans, they like to dehydrate their food. Like they'll juice, and then they'll take the pulp from the juice and make some tortilla chips or something like that, especially like out of beet juice. Or they'll take some, let's just say they juiced some beets. They'll take the pulp from the beet and just flatten it out real good, nice, smooth, and neat. And they'll put it in the dehydrator and make some, tortilla shells, quote unquote. And but that's the most a raw vegan will do as far as cooking, but nothing on the stove. It's just raw. It's in its raw state. So if you want some sweet potatoes, it's raw. Raw onions, raw cilantro, raw squash, whatever, it's raw. And what I did, because I knew that it was going to be a challenge because I never did that before. So what I did is I went on YouTube and I just pillaged through YouTube. I bought almost 4 or 5 like raw vegan cookbooks to make sure that I had some recipes to kind of lean on. Then I found Raw Christina. I downloaded her app. She's all over YouTube. She's all over Instagram. I really love her. But she really made some really good raw food recipes that were easily to approach. And I knew, because even with veganism, whether you're junk food vegan or not, even with veganism, there's a lot of prep time in the kitchen. But with raw vegan, there's definitely a lot of prep time because you're dealing with raw foods. And sit some raw fruits and vegetables on your counter, you know they ain't gonna last too many days. So it's one of those things where you're constantly going to the grocery store, you're constantly preparing. So I knew that I was gonna have to really take some time out and prepare. So I went in with a lot of realistic expectations. I went to Raw Christina. I saw a lot of juices she created, a lot of smoothies she created, and I got her recipe book. She made like a cheesecake, a raw cheesecake. I made it as well, and it was good. I think I have it on my Instagram stories under Raw Vegan. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff that you can actually make. Like, raw veganism really ain't that. There are a lot of black raw vegans out there, especially Caribbean, and I saw a couple of them on YouTube, and guys, they made some great recipes. Like, they had like a raw taco, and they used walnuts for the quote-unquote ground beef, and they will put jerk seasoning on there, like a probably like a coconut oil, and then they'll put jerk seasoning on there and put it in the food processor. Oh my god, y'all, it was good. Then you take that, and then you take cashews so you can make your cheese. I ain't gonna get into all the recipes because we'll be doing this all day, but I'm saying all this to say it's some good raw vegan food. I even made a raw vegan chili, and it was the bomb. So yeah, I wouldn't sleep on it. You know, you got a lot of people out now that are putting their own spin to things and putting seasonings in and making everything good. So even though your options are quote-unquote limited, it's not that bad. And plus, another thing that I did too, and I'm going to move on from this part of the topic, I wanted to see, you know, here in Atlanta, in and around Atlanta, where could I go? What could be my raw vegan McDonald's? So if I don't feel like eating, or if I don't feel like cooking, or if I just have a moment where I kind of want to fall into weakness, before I fall into weakness, where could I go to go get some food? So there's this place here in Atlanta. I'm pretty sure some of y'all may have heard about it, some of you may have not, but it's called Tassili's Raw. And it is a black-owned raw vegan restaurant downtown. Well, it's in West End. And guys, I went and had her wrap. Guys, she have you know, quite a few different wraps you can choose from, but this one I tried. By looking at the ingredients, I figured I like it, which was the punani. Guys, if you ever go to Tassili's Raw, you have got to try the punani. A lot of people like the mandingo. I forgot, the mandingo got something in there that I really can do without, but the punani, chef's kiss. It's sweet, spicy, because she has the kale that you put in it. You have the option to choose between spicy and mild. I choose spicy, and then I put the, you know, they have the corn and the couscous. Guys, I'm telling you, you got to try that wrap. And it's so big to take you about at least 2 days to eat it. Unless you're hungry, you can eat it all in one day, meaning one half, you know, for one part of your meal, and let's just say you get snackish the rest of the day, you can eat the other half. But that, you know, that $17 goes a long way with that wrap. I love that wrap. Y'all need to go to Tassili's Raw. But anyway, that was my version of McDonald's. Now she have other foods like salads and things like that, but I did like the wrap. I like everything she have, but the wrap was just very convenient. So Whole Foods, of course, you can go there and fix your own salad. So you can go there and fix your fruit salad. I like fruit salad where I get a mild lettuce, like a spinach, and then I'd put pineapples, blueberries, and strawberries and stuff like that on there, and then make me a little vinaigrette or put some of the fruit vinaigrette on there. So I made sure that I had all of my fast food reinforcements, so that way if I did decide to go rogue, I have a way out. So yeah, those are the two things that I did to make sure that I stay successful. So I did that. I started around the end of August and I ended in September, and I lost, I think it was around 15 pounds because I did it for like 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks or so. The weight just came melting off. It was crazy. The first week, I want to say I lost like 12 pounds or something like that. because again, you're only eating veggies, so you can't get big off eating veggies. You're eating high nutritional, low calorie food, if any. And so, you know, the weight just melted off, guys. The first week it was crazy. I think I put it in my Instagram stories. And then, you know, I think I only did this for 3 weeks. I think I did it for only 3 weeks. But in all, I lost and maintained that 15 pounds. So pretty much September, when everything was all over, like, you know, mid to end September, I kind of fell off. The first meal I had outside of that raw veganism was my favorite meal almost ever, which were 2 steak tacos, onions and cilantro, and papas con queso. Guys, that was my cheat meal, and then after that it kind of went downhill. But long story short, between September and April of this year, September last year and April of this year, I cheated. I had my cheat days. I went ham. But for the most part, I did maintain my weight loss. Because, you know, like I may go out to eat, you know, on the weekend or something like that. But during the week, I was eating healthy, juicing, things like that. So I did maintain that 15-pound weight loss, which was, or was it 20? It was 15 or 20. Hold on, let me see. I was 292 and I got down to like 270. 292 minus 270. Okay. So 274. So yeah, 18 pounds. I lost 18 pounds in all, my bad. So I went from 292 to 274, okay? And so I lost 18 pounds in all. Now, give and take throughout that time, I kind of went up a little, went back a little, but it was all in maybe like a 5-pound increment. But altogether, I kept that weight off. And then this past April, I was like, okay, Chelsea, you playing too much. So it's time for you to, and then I did do workout as well, as you've seen on YouTube. In my vlogs and stuff like that, I was doing workouts. Right now I'm not working out as much because life has gotten a little bit busy, but I do need to make time. Again, I'm not an expert. This is just exactly what I did. I ain't putting in no gimmicks or trying to be fake about it. I'm just being real. So, what was it, last month in May, April, I was like, okay, Chelsea, it's time for you to kind of reel it back in, but I really didn't reel it back in the way I should have. But this past May, I did like, it was a 2-week, it was 10 days, I did juicing. I did nothing but juice, smoothies, and water. That's it. And that's where the second 15 pounds came from. So, I'm just, even though I said 18, I'm just going to say 15 because, you know, give or take, going up, going down. So 15, and then this 15 that I'm at now. So, because I was around 277. Like I said, I got to 274 the first time, but then I kind of hovered around 277, 278. So, 278. And I got down to 263. All in all, give or take, I guess you can say around 28 to 30 pounds that I have lost so far. So the first big chunk, just to recap, the first big chunk, I went raw vegan because I just had to be extreme to get this done. And then this second 15 pound chunk was from me juicing for 10 days. Juicing, smoothie, and water. That's it. Now where I'm at now is I'm still juicing and, you know, water and things like that, and then I try to eat healthy even outside of that. I'm starting to where I really kind of go out to eat less. 2 reasons, which makes it all the more easier, because I mean the food and where I go out to eat less nowadays is because they put too much salt in this stuff. I don't like a lot of salt. And the food isn't exquisite anymore. It doesn't taste exquisite. I'm a foodie, so I do appreciate the taste of food. And nowadays I just taste salt. I don't taste food. So that's the reason why I really don't eat out that much, because I try to make sure I'm eating the right things. Like, if y'all saw some of my stories when I do cook, y'all know I love lamb. When I get on a lamb kick, I get in my lamb bag. Like, I'll eat lamb every day, all day. Of course, y'all know I love salmon. Those lamb and salmon they're very easy to cook, and they taste real good to me. So I'll just get a slab of salmon, cut it up, and put it in the freezer. You know, vacuum seal it, put it in the freezer, and I could just take it out, and I could throw it in the oven if I don't even feel like cooking it on the stove. I'm sorry, my camera went dead. I had to change the battery, but I'm just gonna end the rant here. Those are the things I did to lose these, pretty much give or take 30 pounds. I would say 28. And yeah, like I said, I'm still on a journey. I'm not an expert, but I'm just taking it the moral of the story is I'm just trying to take it easy on myself. I'm trying to make sure I go at a slow pace, because I don't want to, you know, quickly lose, quickly gain, you know what I mean? So I'm just trying to take it slow. You know, I was pretty much reveling in that fact that I did maintain that 15-pound weight loss from September. I am kind of happy that I was able to keep that down after what, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So 7 months I was able to maintain that 15 loss, because some people would have been and gained all of it back, but I'm glad I didn't. I maintained that. And right now I'm working on maintaining, yet continue going down in weight. So those are the things that I've been doing. I don't know if I'm going to be doing update videos or anything like that. I will if y'all want me to. Just let me know. But yep, that's what I did. Okay, so don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.